Hey everyone, it is 9-ish. It's a little past 9 Thursday morning, and I wanted to hop on really quickly and chat about our topic for the week. So, anytime I pick a topic or come on here to talk to you guys about something, 9 times out of 10, it's because it's a challenge that has either been brought up in the Facebook group, or it's something that I've heard on Instagram, or it's something that you guys have listed as a challenge when you decide to join the group and you have to answer those questions. One of the questions is always, what are your biggest challenges? And so today I always kind of look at those challenges, I write them down, I pull them into a note to myself so that I could revisit them. And two of the things that stood out to me were people that cited challenges as learning how to say no and having enough time in the day to get things done. So there's definitely other things I can talk about in terms of having enough time in the day. And in fact, I want to say actually a 4-part series on kind of productivity and really how to get more time in your day. So you can go and revisit the videos in this live to visit that and see that. But I do really think that learning to say no will actually give you more time in the day. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about that and really get into this because I think it's something that a lot of people struggle with. We get asked all the time to do things, and we really constantly have to evaluate, do I do this thing? Do I not do this thing? And then what are the underlying reasons as to why you choose to do the thing or not to choose to do the thing? So a key question that I tend to always ask myself when I agree to do something is, will doing this make me money? To put it frankly, like if I'm going to spend my time doing something, I do want it to bring me money. That doesn't necessarily mean that like I have to get paid. Hey, Charlene, good morning. I'm going to send you an email, actually, by the way, Charlene. Side note, I'll do that after this. But I always ask myself, is what I'm about to do going to bring me money? Or is it going to be kind of a good energy exchange? Will I get something positive out of it? And you really have to evaluate what is going to make you money and what is not. So a lot of times we'll have like a really long to-do list, and it, like even today, my to-do list is like, I need to do 3 Instagram posts, I need to do 2 newsletters, I need to do shopping for clients, I need to do all of these things. But sometimes within that to-do list, we put things on there that we really don't need to do because those things are not going to make us money. They're not going to push our business forward and drive us to really increasing the bottom line in the business. So it can be really easy to say, oh, I really need to write this blog post. I really need to post this Instagram post today because if I don't post every day, then I'm going to lose followers. Well, is you posting that Instagram post today going to actually make you money? Or do you really need to spend your time reaching out to leads? Or, hey, Aubrey, spending your time reaching out to leads or networking or something that is, or following up on a client project, something that's actually going to be more tangibly related to making money. A lot of times we get caught up in what is often called kind of the shiny object syndrome, to where it's like, oh, I need to be on social and I need to be on stories and like posting Facebook posts so that people can kind of see me being active. But that doesn't mean you're actually driving forward or moving forward in your business by all of those things. And so it's really important to kind of figure out, how are you weighing, what are you saying yes to and what are you saying no to, and how does that impact your business? So all of these things that I'm talking about are good, right? It's good to post on Instagram. It's good to do blog posts. It's good to do these things. But when your schedule is really packed and it's really full, you do have to take a different approach and learn how to say no. And it's okay to say no to things, right? If your schedule is like packed, and I will give you a great example. Let me see if I can pull this up on my phone so you guys can see it. I have a prospective client that I randomly just found on Instagram. So we were kind of messaging back and forth about, when a good time for a chat would be. And I was looking at my calendar and I was having this conversation on Monday, and I was like, I don't have time in my calendar to talk to you on Tuesday or, Wednesday. This is what my Wednesday calendar looks like. I was like, I don't have time to talk to you on Thursday. That's what that calendar looks like. Friday, like it's blocked off. Like I have no time. So I sent them times for next week, which actually worked out really well because they were not available this week either. But it's one of those times where if your calendar is so booked and it's so full because you're doing all of these things and you said yes to so many things, you're not going to have space to respond to the important things or to the things that are going to move your business forward. Hey, Christina, good morning. Guys, as we're doing this, if you have questions, put them in and I will answer them. But I want to give you guys three kind of questions that you can ask yourself to really know if you should say yes or no to something. So the first question is asking yourself, if an opportunity is presented, whatever it is, asking, does this align with your priorities and goals? So I have an example. I'm looking at my notes to make sure I'm getting this all in. But when something comes to you, you really want to make sure that's a part of like your business plan or your business goals or where you're going in your business. So if your goal is to say, for example, do 5 marketing events per month and one comes your way, then awesome, add that into your calendar. But if your goal is to maybe write 5 blog posts a month and you know that those blog posts are really good at converting clients for you, or they're really good at getting your name out, or it's a guest post or whatever the case is, and a networking event comes up, it may be in your best interest to say no to that particular networking event and stick with your original plan and goal of what you know you need to get done in your business. I think somebody in one of the comments had actually said, saying no to things, like you could be saying no to potential opportunities. And yes, that's true. But I do believe if you stay clear with kind of your goals and your plans and your intentions and where you're going in your business, and the right opportunities are going to come to you at the right time. And if you know what your priorities and your goals are, you can feel comfortable evaluating the situation and understanding if that's going to be in line with your goals or not. So I'll give you an example from my own business. I was working with a photographer probably a year ago. She was doing headshots and I was doing styling for that, and she reached out and invited me to a networking event at a Dave & Buster's. I don't know if any of you guys have Dave & Buster's where you are, but it's basically like a grown-up Chuck E. Cheese. It's games and arcade and there's beer and things like that. And I was very, very tempted to say yes because I was like, oh, that's great. It's networking, it's marketing, it's like an event I can go to and get my name out there. But then as I kind of sat more with the idea of like what this was, where this event was, and the target age group of who they were targeting, I think they were targeting people in their like mid-20s to early 30s. And that's not in line with my clientele. That's not my ideal client. So I knew for me, if I said yes to this event, one, it could have been fun. I could have maybe gotten a client, but I think ultimately it would have been a big waste of my time because I know that my clientele is not hanging out in Dave & Buster's. They're not the type of people who are going to that event. So by me saying no to that, I was able to just stay in line with my priorities and knowing my ideal client and knowing where I wanted to go. So that's one example. The second question that you can ask yourself is, will it make you money? So I kind of already alluded to this, and anybody that works with me, I do kind of always come back to say, okay, if you're doing something, are you getting paid? If you are, speaking at an event, are they paying you? If you are collaborating with somebody, are they paying you? And not because I think that money is like the end all be all, but I do think money is a very good barometer of how well you're doing in the business or things that are coming your way, and it's your time, so you should get paid for things. So what was I going to talk? I want to talk about, so Angela is a really great example of this, and I'm going to be talking with Angela on Facebook Live later today. She's one of my clients. She has Styling Seed as her business in Connecticut, and she's like 6 months-ish to a year in her business, and early on, like she was doing a ton of like free collaborations and like events and networking things, and it's great. There's definitely a time and place for that, especially when like you're new or you're just getting started. 100%, you have to get out there, you have to network. Just because you pop up a website, and Charlene, you'll appreciate this, like that doesn't mean people know who you are. You still have to do the groundwork and the legwork to like get people to know who you are, get people familiar with you. But then at the same time, you do get to this point where it's diminishing returns. You continuing to go to events or you continuing to do things for free and having it not result in clients booking you, or you're not getting paid by the people that want you to collaborate with them, then could not always be in your best interest to do those things. So asking yourself, if you're going to do something, is it going to make you money? It doesn't have to be like a direct, like I do this, you give me money. But it could be like, okay, if I go to this with my first example, if I'm going to a networking event where I know my ideal client is going to be, then that's probably a good barometer for me to say, okay, yes, I'm going to make money off of this event. Maybe not today, but it's going to pay dividends in the future, and by me being connected to this clientele. And then the third one is going to say, asking yourself, if you commit to something, will it force you to neglect something else that you've already committed to? Or again, going back to kind of the goals and priorities in your business. So as an example from my own business, I recently did and hosted an event about entrepreneurship with my alumni school here in Richmond. It was an awesome event. There was like amazing energy in the room, and everybody was like, oh, we really need to connect. We need to do this again. Absolutely 100%. And so we kind of set the chain in motion to say, okay, let's do this again. Let's, organize this. Let's pick a date. Let's just have people get together. And then when some of the organizers came back to me and they're like, hey, like, let's talk about, we want to meet. We want to see how we can divide up priorities. I had to kind of take a look back and say, okay, I know that like I would love to do this. I don't necessarily think I'm going to get clients from this. That wasn't really why I was doing it anyway. But I know what else I have going on. I know that I have a very busy summer because that's the time period of life that I'm in, with trainings that I'm doing and courses that I'm taking and things that I'm creating for my own clients and then for you guys here at Beyond, that I knew I really couldn't commit to this one other thing because it was going to make me neglect the other top priorities in my business. So I had to kind of pull back and say, I've realized I've kind of bitten off more than I can chew. I need to pull back. Here's a connection of someone that I think might be able to kind of fill my spot in this, and I would love to attend, but I really can't take on these responsibilities. I myself should have been more kind of realistic when I was like, hey, yes, let's do this again, and really evaluating, because I knew these things were coming, but sometimes you can't always be preemptive like that. You get into things and then you have to kind of backtrack, and you have to do the best you can to kind of stay in your integrity with that, because you don't always want to say like, yes, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and then pull back and say, oh no, I'm sorry, I can't actually do X, Y, and Z. Like, you don't want to be in that pattern. But there are times when you do overcommit. And until I think we get really good at learning to say no, and learning to only say yes to the right things, we might have to backtrack on things a little bit, but doing our best to really kind of be intentional about it and be respectful of the other people that we've been talking with about those things. So there's definitely that saying too that says, when you say no to something, you're saying yes to something else. And I think that really holds true. When you are really able to say no to things that are cropping up that may or may not be beneficial for you to do in your business, you are really letting yourself say yes to all the other things that are going to be bigger and better and more in line with you. So Amanda's on. She said, knowing and understanding your target market is key to helping you make these decisions more confidently. Definitely. And that's something that I talk with a lot of people about. Either they don't necessarily know their target audience, or they're not sure who that is. They don't know what their niche is. They're afraid to kind of get down into that. But it's really like the starting point of everything. Like, if you don't know who you are, who you serve, why you serve them, you really can't do anything well in your business. And that includes learning how to say no, because you are going to be saying yes to everything because you're trying to match up and get all of these clients from everywhere. And that's not going to work out very well for you guys. So I hope that this was helpful. It is something that you do have to kind of evaluate on your own personal basis and say, is saying no to this right? Is saying yes to this right? But the three questions that I ask myself, is it in line with your priorities and goals? Will it make me money? Will I have to neglect something else that I've already committed to? Are three really good kind of touch points to really help you guys evaluate that. So yeah. That is it. If you guys have any questions, put them in. Aubrey, great. I'm glad it's helpful. Thank you guys for tuning in. There's 5 of you. That's exciting. That's fun. So I am going to be back today at 2-ish. No, 3-ish to do a live with Angela. So you guys will get to see her and probably hear from her. So she has, she's a mom and she's a part-time stylist. So I like her story of really being able to kind of go after her dreams and pursue what she wants to do as a personal stylist. It's really fun to hear that. And then if you guys are interested, we're going to do actually another live over on Chic Stripes. We're going to be talking about the psychology of getting dressed and first impressions. So that might be something fun for you guys to tune into in terms of talking to your own clients and helping them kind of understand that. I know we understand this, but getting our clients to understand that first impressions are very, very important. So that's going to be hosted on the Chic Stripes Facebook page, not here and beyond. But that's where that's going to be. So, all right, I'm going to just go look real quick, make sure there's no other questions. And again, if you guys have questions, challenges, obstacles that you're facing, like, please put them in the group. message me, DM me, let me know so that I can really just get you guys more info, more content, more things that are going to help you create just more of a successful business for yourself and a successful business that runs like you want it to run. I think I'm going on a tangent now, I'm sorry. But I think because we own our own businesses, we are entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, some of us have teams, that you have the benefit of being able to really create and craft a business and a life that works for you. Marie Forleo always says like her channel is like the place for people that want to create a life and business they love or something like that. But you really do have that opportunity. And so I think if you're able to grasp some of these concepts and really tune into how you want to serve your clients, how you want to show up for your clients, and how you want to structure your services, you can really create something amazing for yourselves. And I'm really excited that I get to kind of be a part of that and helping you guys and share from some of my own challenges and things that I've learned along the way, and then like sharing and learning from you guys, because I've definitely turned to this group in times when I have questions and I'm like, you guys, I don't know what to do. And so you guys are really awesome in that as well. So that is it. I'm going to wrap it up. I got things to do. I know you guys got things to do. So anyway, I will see you guys back here at 3 o'clock, 3-ish. All right. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.